my name is Helen Lacey. I'm the Managing Director for Redberry Recruitment. We have 4 offices: Shepton Mallet, Yeovil, Bridgwater and Cardiff, and we supply temporary and permanent staff. So what we like to do sort of regular monthly Facebook Lives on different topics. So if you ever have any topics that you'd like me to discuss, then please do message us. We've got various ways. Obviously Facebook is one way, Periscope, LinkedIn, various emails, website, I'm in Instagram. So today I'm going to talk about work-life balance. Now, I think we live in a society where everything is rush, and everything's pretty much, people demand things quite quickly. As soon as you send a text, people expect to reply. So I think it's really important that we need to take stock and really think about how much energy we expel in work to make sure that we've also got energy outside work. So these are just a few little tips that we think here at Redberry Recruitment makes it absolutely key to make sure you've got that good work-life balance. The first thing is there any opportunity for flexible working? Now, unfortunately, as a small business here, we couldn't say yes to everybody if they wanted to do flexible working, but we have been able to accommodate over the time various individuals for the roles that they do, what's best for them and what's best for the business. So that, again, will give that person opportunity if they've got, say, young children. They might need to go pick them up, maybe to come in slightly earlier, to mitigate potentially the school pick-up time. So something like that might be key. For us, we think it's absolutely key that people take regular breaks. Now, in an office environment, you don't tend to, like in some factory environments, have a dedicated stop time for a tea break. So we'll have a bit of a downtime. Sometimes if somebody makes a cup of tea, there might be a 5-minute chat. Most of the time there is chat going on when people are working, but again, just having that rest break, certainly from a computer, is absolutely key. But if you're not having regular tea breaks, then make sure you take a lunch break. Now, there's obviously working time directives as to what breaks you should have, depending on whether it's 4 hours, 6 hours or 8 hours plus that you're working. We here have an hour lunch break. Most people will go away from their desk, some people eat at their desk. At the end of the day, as long as people do take a break, then that's absolutely key. I call it a soggy brain, like a soggy sponge syndrome. So if you don't take regular breaks, and with that also regular holidays, not only if you don't take your holiday, some companies won't let you transfer it onto the following holiday year, but you tend to get what was basically, you can't retain information. Now, your brain can only retain so much without it having a bit of a breakdown sometimes. And I've noticed for me personally, every 3 months, I tend to have to need a brain downtime. And with that means not thinking about work on a daily basis. And what do? I go on holiday. Yes, it's a luxury, it's not always been like that, I'm going to assure you. But it means that I can actually rest my head from thinking, and then I'm more productive because I can come in with a really fresh approach. So whatever works for you. Some people like to go, say, walking on holiday, which leads me then on to exercise, and exercise is absolutely key. It gives you those endorphins, especially if you can go outside. It gives you that natural fresh air feeling, whether it's even if it's raining, go for a walk with a dog. I'm a bit of a gym queen. I love going to the gym, and I've got various colleagues that love doing things, everything from tennis to swimming, whatever it is. It really does help with productivity. So again, if you can, leave work at a sensible time, maybe if it's still light outside, go for a run or go for a walk, go to the gym, whatever it is, it just gets the brain firing. Again, you'll be more productive, you're more alert as well. And equally, if you're healthy eating as well. Now, there are certain foods, like if you have a big carb meal at lunchtime, so if you imagine if you eat a carb-free on a Sunday lunch, you tend to feel a bit bloated, you might have had a big pudding, you might have had a starter as well, you might even have a glass of wine. So if you're doing quite high carbs, low protein lunches, you tend to be more lethargic in the afternoon. So just have a think about what you're eating. The summer is the perfect time. We are, whenever you're watching this, if you're watching it live, we are in May, which is and it's been lovely weather over the bank holiday. So maybe you have more fruit, maybe more salads, outdoor barbecues. So again, just what you eat can really make a difference as to what you think, and drink water. I think I drink about 2 litres a day. Probably now I think maybe you're supposed to drink 3 litres, but again, just constantly keeping the brain hydrated. Not too much caffeine, it obviously is false energy. Socialising is absolutely key, whether that's having good work colleague banter, whether it's going outside from your work environments, when you have little get-togethers. Again, it's getting the balance right, because I think we're all slaves to the mobile phone with emails, with texts, WhatsApp, so many different ways to communicate now that it's really important that you switch the brain off. And I think one last thing is, put your phone away before you go to bed. It's too easy, and I know I've done it before. You go to bed, you check your WhatsApp, you're checking your Instagram messages, or you know what's going on social media, but the light from the phone, it does, and I've noticed that it just gives you a headache. So again, you might be tired for the morning. So if you put your phone to one side, you're going to be more alert for work the next day, which isn't a bad thing. So hopefully just some pointers. If there's anything else you guys who are watching this now can think, then please do comment and please share it with people. And if there's anything in the future, as I said, any topics that you would like us to showcase and to talk about. Thank you so much.